Hey, what's going on YouTube? Thusee here from Click, and today we are back again in the 2023 Acura Integra. Today is giving you guys a little bit of an update on the car, and again, just an excuse to get back on camera again. As usual, inconsistent with the upload schedule as sort of back to normal Click proceedings. Just adjusting the camera here, making sure we're on the right angle. Don't mind the camera itself. So I'm using the Pixel 7 Pro. Obviously picked that up, kind of just testing it out against the iPhone. So we're running at 4K 60 FPS on this video recording. And what we're doing today is really just going out to grab lunch and just gonna talk a little bit about the car. We have had some updates regarding the dreaded check engine lights and the codes or the lack thereof. And so essentially the other day, washed the car. We were heading out to take some photos, which I'll probably post on Instagram down the line. But what ended up happening is, again, just randomly, like I was just in third gear, in sport mode, doing a pull, probably about 75% throttle and about 5,000 RPM. The entire dashboard lit up with all the different sensors and whatnot, indicating that they are not working. Again, no real sort of reason for what went wrong. Like, we don't know what's causing it because I checked again on the scan tool and no codes are stored. Now I know obviously I can take it to a Acura dealer and have them do the quick scan on there to see what it is. So to be honest, maybe something I might do on the way back from getting lunch, so it won't be on camera, but it is something that I'm considering doing. Obviously, like you can see here, there's no dashboard lights or anything like that, so the issue has been resolved. Same thing, just to restart on the car, turn the car off, turn it back on, and it just went back to being normal. So it is, again, a little bit of an annoyance because it's a brand new car. Car is expensive, you know, it's almost $50,000 Canadian. And, you know, after it's all said and done, you're 13,000 kilometers into ownership and the car is, you know, giving me these codes. It's three times now this has happened over, let's just say for easy numbers, 15,000 kilometers. So once every 5,000 kilometers is a bit much for me. So we definitely need to diagnose this issue and see what exactly is causing the problem, because it is just, I don't know, it doesn't sit right with me spending so much on a car just to have all these issues, you know, coming up with no real, you know, route for resolution or no way to kind of determine what the issue is. Now, there has been some, you know, more information that's come up about these cars regarding the steering rack issue, regarding the evap issue, regarding, like, there's so many different bloody problems with this car. I think that potentially maybe I am experiencing the steering rack issue. And so essentially what the steering rack issue is, to cut it short, essentially you're driving on the highway, steering will stay stuck on center. Stuck in the sense that it feels like someone's holding the wheel in place. When you're trying to change lanes sometimes, and again, this is, for me, it's not as bad, it's just starting to happen. I've heard from other owners of the Civic and the Integras that theirs is, you know, quite a bit worse after more kilometers. So my guess is my issue is only going to become worse over time. But what happens is you'll be driving along 120, 130 on the highway like this, and you go to try and change lane, and the steering wheel feels like it's stuck on center, so you kind of have to nudge it to unlock it almost. It's hard to describe. It's really, mostly you feel it through the steering wheel itself. But yeah, I mean, it is a bit of a nuisance more than anything else. Car drives fine otherwise. Apparently there have been no accidents or deaths reported for the issue, but I do know that it is being investigated by, you know, transport ministry, yada yada yada, whatever. I did see an article recently for the states that they are looking into the issue. It seems to be the case that the issue is kind of widespread across multiple different you know, cars. So we have the Civics, we have CRVs, we have the Integras, and we don't really know what other cars are included. Hopefully not the Accords and all these other vehicles, but something that I guess time will tell. You know, at the end of the day, I'm really not all too worried per se about the issue, mostly because the car is under warranty. And so at the end of the day, whatever goes wrong or whatever the issue is with the car, you know, it's not really my problem. I'm going to take the car back to Acura. I'm going to tell them, you fix it. Don't give it back to me until it's completely fixed. Unless, you know, until that's done, I'm not going to accept the car back. That's pretty much how I'm going to approach it if and when the time comes to fix the issue. Just, you know, like I said, it's such a nuisance having such an expensive car. and just the quality just not being there in general. You guys obviously know about the interior rattles and creaks and shakes and stuff. Obviously, I'm not helping that with the motor mount and the subwoofer and the exhaust, but even stock, these cars are just not put together great. The panel gaps on here are wild. It's like someone kind of just like put the car together while they were half asleep. So it takes away a little bit from the experience of driving the car. Don't get me wrong, it's still a fun car to drive, and it still, puts a smile on my face every time I drive it. But it's just that, it's at the back of your mind all the time that you're always worried that there's going to be some other engine light or some other code that comes up, and you can't really fully enjoy the car, and it's just a bit of a pain in the ass and a bit of a nuisance, but it is what it is. If you guys don't recognize the route, we are on route to Mary Brown's, the classic, to get a good old chicken sammy for lunch. And we're almost there, so another few minutes and I'll cut the video here. But that's pretty much it for today's video, guys. Like, I really just wanted to talk to you guys, give you the update that I did indeed get another check engine light on this car, and we have yet to diagnose it. And we are passing by Pickering Acura here, just up on the right hand side. Now also, like I said, the video we're recording on the Pixel 7 Pro, so I don't really know how this is going to turn out. Based on my use of the phone, the camera on the Pixel is quite a bit better, but just the iPhone video is unmatched. You can't really compare it to the Pixel. The iPhone video is way better in terms of stabilization, clarity, all that good stuff. I just prefer the way that the iPhone processes its videos, but we'll see how this does. Maybe this will surprise me. Generally speaking, I haven't really taken too many videos with the Pixel. Maybe shot a 1 or 2 reels on Instagram, but I have not really done much outside of that. So this is really also kind of like a test of the Pixel's video recording capabilities for POV driving anyway, as well as the microphones. Curious to see how the microphones are with the, just the ambient noise, how it's singling out my voice versus the noise on the road and the exhaust and all that. So we'll see what it does. Maybe it may not make it to YouTube if it's not the best quality file, but we'll see what happens. But that's pretty much it, guys. Coming up to Mary Brown's now, so I'm gonna grab my lunch and head back home, and I'll keep you guys posted, I guess, in terms of what is going on with the car, what's going on with the check engine lights. When I do have like a final diagnosis from Acura, then I will obviously make a video to let you guys know, and we'll kind of go from there. So we'll have to just wait and see. It's a bit of a, like I said, not really a big deal right now, but it could eventually evolve into something that is more problematic. But thankfully, like we said, we're under warranty. Everything's going to be covered, and so it's not really a issue in that sense. It's more so just a nuisance and a pain in the ass for me, because I have to run back and forth now between my Acura dealer to get this issue resolved. And it's just a bit of a pain in the ass. You never want to have to go through this with a new car, but it is what it is. Such as the case when you're kind of handling a new platform. I mean, again, this isn't really a new platform per se. Underneath is all Civic, and we all know Honda's been making the Civic for so many years. So it's not really an excuse that they can use, but it is what it is. We'll see what happens and where we go from here. But anyway, guys, I am pulling into the drive-thru, so I'm gonna stop here and kind of quickly cut the video short. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you have a good one. Peace.